up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I see you into fashion, so I have to show out a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know, I like that. Where'd you get that?
So I got this from Forever 21 a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, Forever 21, where it's at. Well, the men's section.
Yeah, the men's section. I didn't even know they sold men clothes up in there though.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
like the men's section better,
got swag clothes over
especially
there.
the jackets.
Yeah, yeah, the bomber jackets and everything.
Yeah.
How you
Hi,
say your last
everybody. Huh?
how you say your last name?
Malik.
Malik?
Yeah, so my name's
Rebecca?
Rebecca. Yeah, my name is Rebecca.
Okay. My name Kobe. My name actually my Instagram name though. KOB.
Yeah, Kobe, that's your name, right?
Uh-huh. Nah, the Kobe.
Cool. Well, thank you for inviting me to your live. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Oh, so how old are you though?
Ah, come on.
What you mean?
You're not
What?
supposed to ask a woman her age.
Nah, see
I'm
there.
29.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, now I think you around my age.
exactly. Why you had to ask, put me on blast.
No, see, that's still young. I just turned 22 not too long ago. So
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday.
yeah, appreciate it though. Man, so what you do for a living? Or what got you into film and
Um, for promos and stuff. So, while I was in college, I worked part time in marketing. So basically, I did. It's more known today. I was a brand ambassador, but that was before brand ambassador was like blown up on social media and stuff. So I would do brand ambassador on a contractual basis with liquor companies basically, and I would. I don't know if you've ever been to like Specs or a liquor store and they're giving out samples, or
right?
even at the grocery store they'll give out samples of wine. That's what I was doing on a part time basis. By the way, it's good money, so if anybody wants to get into that, I highly suggest it. It's hourly; it's like 25 an hour.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, it's really good money. Yeah.
Oh,
So I started with that, right? And I was like, I mean, they were just promotions, but that's kind of what opened the door for me because I started picking my gigs up from social media. Because first I was picking my gigs up from Indeed and like job sites.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then I realized that I could join a group on Facebook where they post gigs for brand ambassadors, which is what I did. So then, mind you, I was still in college. I became pregnant with my daughter. And when I became pregnant with my daughter, it wasn't planned. And I was actually really like, I was like reevaluating my whole life pretty much because I had plans to move to Chicago. I was close to graduating. Like, I had all these plans, right, on what I was going to do with my life. So when
Right.
I was pregnant with her, I was like, what am I going to do for work and stuff? And I thought, okay, I guess I can still do those, the promotions. But then I was like, I really wanted to take photos and stuff during my pregnancy because I would get a lot of compliments. And I'm like, man, I wonder if like they get pregnant models. I'm like, because I would see the magazines in the doctor's office with like pregnant women
Okay.
and stuff. I'm like, where do they find these girls? Like, I could do that. So I was like, man, I found all that work on Facebook, so maybe I can find work as a model on Facebook, right? Which is what
Right.
I did. I searched Facebook groups for models in my area, and I found it. I found pretty much collaboration groups where upcoming photographers, aspiring models and photographers joined. So that's what I did. They would host meetups. I would go to the meetups. And then from there, everything else opened up. Like I started acting. I started doing everything pretty much on an independent basis through networking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah. Um, that's why I realized like it's pros and cons to internet. Like the internet. You know, internet is crazy. Regardless of all the negative stuff. We see on the internet. As far as like networking with other people and everything, and uh, just trying to just find with the dealing with the internet. It's like You know, I met like a lot of good people on there. Even with finding like the Facebook groups you said, I was on a lot of Facebook groups too, and I didn't know they had a lot of those groups on Facebook. So I found that real beneficial too, being on there. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool though. For me, I got into YouTube like a year ago. I got into YouTube. I just tried it out for the first time. I seen a lot of people was making good money off it, so I said
Yeah.
let me and I did my first video, and I just fell in love with it. I just love being on camera, and I always kind of wanted to act too, though. You know what I mean? So I graduated high school in 2017, and I was signed up for electrical engineering, but the math
Yeah.
and so
I know I hate math.
yeah, I hate so the teacher was like, since you already doing YouTube, you might as well get into the film production at Houston Community College.
Yeah.
Right. So she said you might as well get into that. So I've been in that for like a year and a half now. Learning how
Oh,
to edit
really?
videos, photography, and all that. Yeah. Hey, how you
That's
doing?
my daughter. She's nosy.
How old is she?
She's 4.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, she's 5. Look, she's 5.
Oh,
But
5.
that's
Really?
cool. So, have you been able to like? What kind of projects have you done for film? Have y'all produced any?
Oh, so I was supposed to be in this movie. It's like a low budget movie though. It's called Black Angel.
Uh
It's like
huh.
an expensive movie. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to be broadcast out there in Mexico. With my friend from me.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right, right. He had me on as an extra. I ended up getting cut out. Actually, we did the film like right before the virus started. So
Oh,
yeah,
that
and after the
sucks.
virus started, yeah, everything all that got messed up. And I was supposed to join kind of like a volunteer program at the school, kind of getting better with learning how to do editing videos and everything. I was basically trying to get a job dealing with production. You know what I mean? I'm trying
Right.
hard to get into my career. You know what I mean? So I ended up getting into that. But as far as like getting into other people's films, like all my short films, I made on my own. I wrote,
Oh,
I wrote the
cool.
script, everything. I just hit up like other people. I just friends, local friends I got. Around the neighborhood. I just started acting it. So you know what I mean?
That's all you need. Like, especially now, I think with COVID, it's really shown us that that's that's all you need. Like, pretty much everything independent artists have been doing,
Hmm.
mainstream artists are being forced to do the same thing now.
Right,
I mean,
right.
you'll see mainstream artists with their music videos, and they're filming their music videos at their house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice that creation has been forced to become organic again, and that's already kind of what we're doing. So I mean, that's all you need. I would say just keep doing that. You never know where it'll take you.
Where's my
Right, right.
control figure?
So
Where's my
right, right.
control
So
figure?
where you from though? Where you from? You from Houston or?
Where's my
Yeah, I was born here in Houston. I had kind of like an unstable upbringing. My parents split up, so I was born here, but I moved around a lot, all over Texas, kind of.
Oh,
But yeah, but I'm a Houston native, so I've been back here in Houston the past 6 years. Um, and it was really a blessing that I came back here because I was able to elevate, in the arts once I came back here to Houston because I was living in Austin for a while. And a lot of people actually do the opposite. They go from here to Austin to, to pursue the arts and stuff like that. But it worked vice versa for me.
oh yeah. Okay, okay then. Yeah. So what ethnicity are you though? What
What'd you say?
ethnicity? What ethnicity are you?
Oh, my mom's Hispanic and my father's from Pakistan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you meant when you said where are you from? My bad.
Yeah, like you were sworn. But can you speak Spanish though or not?
Yes, I can speak Spanish. I actually, I mentioned that my parents aren't together, so I spent most of my time with my mom. So I speak Spanish fluently, but unfortunately, I don't speak like the language of my other side. Would love to, but it's just a lot harder now that I'm an adult to really like become fluent.
Right, right. Become fluent.
Yeah. So how about you? Are you from Houston?
I'm from Houston. I grew up. I don't know if you know Houston like that, but I grew up. You know what Gulfgate Mall? I mean, the mall is over there, the southeast.
Yeah, Southeast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I grew up around South Park area.
Okay, cool.
But I came to Spring and Branch in like '07, and I went to middle school, high school over here and everything. So
Oh, okay, so you've been in Spring Branch for a while.
right. Then I came to the Southwest with West Time is and everything. So I've been over there.
Okay.
Been over there for
So
a
have
while.
you noticed?
So
I'm here in Spring Branch.
yeah, it's really cool.
Currently, I moved. Huh? What'd you say?
What you say? It's like
Oh,
hold up.
I came to Spring Branch at the beginning of this year, and
Oh, you
I was living.
did?
Yeah, I came to Spring Branch at the beginning of this year. I was living in the South Side before that, and like where I'm living right now, and even where I was living in the South Side, there's like gentrification has really taken over. So in the South Side, like they've demolished a large part of the neighborhood I was living in, and they've built up these really expensive homes and like really expensive
Yeah.
condos and things like that because it's very close to downtown.
Right.
So I moved here to Spring Branch, and they're doing the same thing on this side.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's
Even
kind of scary.
yeah, definitely. Even when I go to like A-Leaf, I noticed they might have some regular apartments, on one corner, and right across the street they might have like some brand new houses they built, condos,
Luxury.
especially in Third Ward. You go to Third Ward and everything. That's when I first saw seeing it over there in Third Ward, though. Definitely, you know what I mean. So, a
Yeah,
lot
that's where I was. I was
of,
on Ennis in Alabama.
oh yeah,
And they've really touched, I think, further, like, further, going towards downtown.
hmm
So I don't know what direction, I guess further north, like between 3rd and 5th Ward, they've really built like that section of, like, it's almost completely
like yeah.
a
'Cause
luxury
Yates,
neighborhood.
I was going to Yates to go film some videos, and I came back, where Yates High School is. They done rebuilt the
Yeah.
whole thing. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Though.
So
Uh,
it kind of it sucks though because they're doing that and not only here, they're doing it in pretty much all of the metropolitan areas around the nation, around the entire US, and it's just like it's really sad because they'll make it seem like they're doing something charitable, like, oh, okay, we're coming into this low income area and we're making it really nice and like really desirable and things like that, but
right.
unfortunately the people who were living there for so many years no longer can because they can't afford it. And after that, you can do, like, for example, what I did, I went from the South Side to Spring Branch where it was still affordable for me. And I come to Spring Branch only to find, okay, the same thing's going to happen here. So it's like,
Yeah.
what do you do? Do you just keep hopping around? Ultimately, where are you supposed to end up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like I've been saying every time I come out over there, there's some new spots over there that's been built. So it's like a lot of the minorities, even I see over in Third Waters, moving out. You know what I mean? Now some people I know, from the hood has came up. They moved out there to like Cedar Ranch, Katy, here around there. But the people that can't afford it, it is true. It's like where you supposed to, go. So really like a lot of my cousins, they moved from the south side and Third Ward and all that. They came to the southwest because southwest is a lot bigger than the southeast. So there's a lot of apartments over there, West Timer area and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, little cheap rinky-dink apartments over there. You know what I mean? And I think one of them got like one bedroom for like $500, $600.
Oh wow.
That's a cheap.
That is super cheap.
Yeah,
I live in a one-bedroom apartment here, and it's, sites. Where?
Where I go? I want to say just because LA is so known for film, I wouldn't want to go to LA, but at the same time, going down there, I want to at least know people down there before I actually go. Never with some people, because if I go to LA and it's like I don't know nobody, I'm kind of on my own, so I actually want to have just at least some people I know, some friends. You know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna start off small before I even try to even leave Texas yet. I'll probably say huh?
I would make a suggestion to you about going over there.
What's that?
So don't number one, don't try to like limit yourself to going anywhere because you can't go with people, because that's the beauty of the internet and social media and stuff, right? And you being an actor and into the arts and creative,
Right.
I think that you should try to find auditions and castings that are going on in LA before you go. So that way, when
Mm-hmm.
you're there with purpose, and then you're able to go to events and, you know, casting calls, auditions, whatever, and you're gonna end up networking there.
Okay, I guess I'm thinking on another point of view. I guess LA has a lot of YouTubers. They real big YouTubers, like 1,800,000 subscribers. So basically, you know, as YouTubers, they go based off your subscribers. You know what I mean? If somebody got 50K subs and then another person got 100K subs, they're not really gonna collab with you. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I think, yeah, it is true. I think what you said, you don't really. For me, I want to actually. I've been trying to build a team. That's why I've been on Facebook groups, because I want to build a team. You know what I mean? I want to be around like-minded people. You know, so I got one friend
Yeah.
that's trying to push me, but it's like when you want to come up, nobody really want to help you. You know what I mean? I think the hardest thing to really get is really for me is support. You know what I mean? Especially with family. You know what I mean? So I think with that, it's still doing that. So I think I want to have some. You know, this a team to, you know what I mean, grind with at least.
You can, I mean, you'd be surprised though. I'm actually part of a group called Houston Creatives, and we were having meetups and things like that prior to the virus. Obviously, we can't now, but we have a group chat, and we collaborate through there. You know, one of the guys wrote a script, and he hosted auditions and stuff, but we did everything virtually, and we're gonna create a short film. We do the table reads on Zoom, so you'd be surprised. Like you really can find these people. I mean, you found me, you know what I mean, and I'm into all that. And a lot of times too, what I found here in Houston is that there's so many creatives here in Houston, but we're not labeled as a creative city or like a place to go. People are always trying, actors and people that want to pursue the entertainment, and always leaving Houston. They go to Atlanta, they go obviously LA, New York, but here in Houston we actually have so much. I think we're one of the big, like, for YouTubers. I mean, I know people always think of LA, but Houston is actually huge. Like, when it comes to the creative scene, we have to collaborate more with one another. You know, especially now during COVID, there's more opportunities for us to do things organically at home, independently, whatever you want to call it. We're doing this through IG Live, so. Open your mind, be optimistic, and don't feel like because somebody doesn't want to work with you doesn't mean you can't do it. Because I've worked with directors who don't have a crew, they don't have a sound man, and they figure a way to do everything by themselves. You know, you're always gonna find at least one person that's gonna, like you said, you call up your friends to act in your shorts. There's always going to be at least one person to hold you down, and that's all you need. You know, especially with the internet now.
Right. Yeah, seriously. And even with all my short films, I got about like 7 short films, and out of maybe like 7, like 5, you know, just me by myself. And, you know, I looked up videos and like, is it possible for you to do a short film just by yourself, you know? So,
yeah.
On that, just because I was the only person that actually wanted to help. I had some guys that, I think Lincoln is another, you know, one of the big things too, because I had some guys short film. I mean, like, nobody showed up. I think only like one person showed up, you know what I mean? So,
I know.
You got to switch everything up because of that. That's tough knowing that too, you know. Depending on others, I don't like depending on, you know, others. I think when I'm doing videos on myself, you know, I know for sure I'm going to get it done, you know what I mean? Versus having a group of people for short films, you know what I mean? It's going to be a little, you know, unless you just got a good group of people that's actually going to, you know, come.
I completely understand. I hear that all the time, but I'm telling you, just keep networking and keep going. Like, you'll be able to find meetups and whatnot. And when you do, you're going to find your group. Like, the biggest thing in this is the persistence aspect. And I see that you do have that persistence, you know, especially with your YouTube channel and stuff. And your videos are really well put together. You know, I can tell that you researched on how to make everything legit, and it shows, you know. So just with your persistence, like, you'll be surprised where your persistence itself will take you, and keeping that optimism, especially when people flake and it's like, okay, you have so many barriers. Those barriers are put there as a challenge, you know, to see how bad you really want it. But your persistence is gonna take you there. And I would say that your persistence has led us to have this conversation right now. And this conversation is gonna grow into other things.
Right. Um, and it's true though. Like my parents told me, they like, you know, somebody, you know, always watching you and everything. So to have people like DM me and say, you know, I see you posting every day, you know, keep people is actually like acknowledging that I'm, you know, right on YouTube and I'm posting every day. Like it feels good to know that it's actually paying
Somebody
attention to
sees
that kind of stuff.
you.
You know what I
Yeah, somebody sees you, and that's the one of the pros of the internet is that, yeah, you're gonna have these haters and these trolls and whatever, but there is somebody out there who sees you, who's possibly watching you. And we have to keep in mind too, you know, there's people of all different ages that are accessing this content. One person that's gonna, like you said, you call up your friends to act in your shorts. There's always going to be at least one person to hold you down, and that's all you need, you know, especially with the internet now.
Right. Yeah, seriously. And even without my short films, I got about like 7 short films, and out of maybe like seven, like five, you know, just
Can I have spaghetti?
They just
right.
compare everything to
Not pretty.
when they, what, you know, the way they did it.
Yeah, the way they did it. Yeah.
How
Oh,
about
it's
yourself?
different times now. Yeah.
How about your family?
Uh, man. Okay, so I say my dad's side, they said, you know, for them they always
It was really difficult because I wasn't very, very young. You know, obviously I wasn't a teenager, but I, in my life, was still really young as far as what I was doing with my life. I was still in college, so I was trying to figure out what my next steps were, and it was kind of like, you know, it was unplanned and it was scary. So
mhm,
my mom supported me tremendously. My family supported me tremendously during that time, especially my mom. And she kind of showed me, okay, this is how you change a diaper. This is how, you know, how to take care of a baby.
okay.
And once I got that from her, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I pretty much departed from my mom, like when my daughter was 3 months old, and I was like, all right, like I'm gonna start over. Like I'm still gonna pursue my dreams and stuff like that. But I'm a reevaluate, because in those times my goal was, all right, I'm gonna move to Chicago. I'm gonna do like social community work in Chicago, right, and all this. But then with me being a new mother, I wasn't. I couldn't see myself just taking off, moving to another state, trying to pursue all that, and not having all my family's in Texas, so not having those people to lean on if need be. So, and then I was no longer pursuing that industry because, um, with my pregnancy, it helped me realize that I wanted to do more creatively. So, the birth of my child was also the birth of my new, like my next my next thing that I was gonna pursue, which was the creative stuff. And I mean, if it wasn't me having her, I don't think I would have ever taken it to the level that I have.
Okay.
Um, but it's been something that I've had to learn how to work through because, for example, we're on this live and she's here, you know, asking me for things, and I'm simultaneously trying to do it.
Yeah,
Um, but it's not a bad thing, you know. It's really just, it's shown me, it's forced me to be way more of a go-getter than I could have ever been, you know. So I think what you were saying with your parents, you're like, it was almost like you were helping raise them in a way, probably, you know, which is kind of, even though I'm not a teen parent, she's done that for me too, because I'm like, all right, not only do I want to pursue these things for myself, I still have to make sure this girl's taken care of, and I have to make sure I have security for us as a family. So it's forced me to just be like way more go-getter than I was before.
okay. That's good though. So you really always had like a kind of like a go get mentality, like I'm finna get this shit done. You know what I mean? I know, of course, everybody I guess, start, down themselves and they get lost in what path they want to take and everything. But you always been a person that's like, I'm gonna go get my, follow my path and everything like that.
I have actually been deterred a lot, especially when I was growing up, by listening to other people or by worrying what they're gonna say, what they're gonna think, what's gonna come from it, or they're gonna knock me when I decide I want to be different, like change who I was or change my image but it took me a long time to come to the realization that none of that matters. They're not God, they're not the creator. It doesn't matter. And ultimately people are saying those things or judging you or not accepting the new image you decided to portray because they're too scared to do that for themselves, and if we're constantly just worrying about that, we're never going to fulfill our purpose. We're just going to be recycled. Who's laughing? Who's Jelani?
That's my high school. I don't know what the hell you laughing at though.
Hey. No, what I think is cool too is people are coming in and out of the live, and that's awesome too. Like people are coming in and out.
Right. Yeah, that is true. And with the last live I did with my friend, I also posted on YouTube. So I screen recorded and I posted on YouTube. But later on that night I checked, it was almost like at 100 views. People actually watched the live though after I had posted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people like, because I know me personally, there's certain lives I like watching. There's certain people I like to watch because I like their vibe, like whatever. But I'll watch their lives later if they save them because I can rewind it, fast forward it, pause it, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like TV.
Yeah.
It's like a reality show kind of.
Right. Then I post on YouTube for people to watch. I don't know. For some reason, my subscribers, I got an audience to where, man, my audience between like 16 and 24. So like a lot of them, they want to see anything with something serious. You know what I mean? They want to. A lot of times they don't really want to mess with it.
Right.
Any type of positive message. That's the only thing I don't like. It's like, I'm doing this for entertainment. I'm doing this to make people laugh. At the same time, I want to talk about some real stuff. At the same time, you know what I mean? Some real life situations. So accident, bro. Y'all motivated. Oh, he said it was an accident.
Thank you. That's okay.
It was an accident.
I've done that before, and I was watching this live and I accidentally did that, and I got scared because the person I was watching doesn't know me. It's like a person that's viral, and he's like real gangster, real like. So I was scared when I accidentally hit that emoji. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna get mad. I blocked him.
Really, you was scared?
It was an accident though. But yeah, so you said that you know who your audience is. They're between 16 and 24. So what do you use to get those analytics?
For me, I went by whatever was trending before I started YouTube, which is like, basketball videos. Of course, public interviews is like my main view videos because they like me seeing me go to interacting with other, people and everything like that. So, and I think blogs too. I think they like to see kind of like a day in life and what I'm doing. They watch a lot of blogs too. You know what I mean? Depending on what a lot of the YouTube videos going off the thumbnails, how the thumbnails look, or the titles of the videos and everything. So depending on what they're gonna click, you know what I mean. But for them, they like to go off most of the time violence. More like sexual stuff they like. You know what I mean? So it's like
that's entertaining to them.
Huh?
It's entertaining, like watching fights and
fights, anything bad, and anything bad you want to see. You know what I mean? I guess if people in general, everybody like, drama, anything positive, nobody want to watch this shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I try to for them. I guess right now I'm just doing it just to build the audience until I can have a big enough audience so I can post if I want. Right now, I'm posting what they want to see right now, just because I'm a smaller YouTuber and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm real. I mean, for me, I'm real big on, I guess, the downside too. From what, like, so what films? I mean, you.
Kids who are possibly watching it and looking up to you, or using you as a source of inspiration, or whatever, getting knowledge from you, and they might not be visible to you, but you're visible to them, and that content is going to be there for however long, because even if you take it down, you don't know if somebody saved it, you know what I mean? So you're leaving
Yeah.
something there, and you're fulfilling what you believe is your purpose right now, and that's awesome. That's awesome.